Hi everyone, welcome to this developer vlog. In this video I want to show you just a little bit of the project that I've been working on for the last 2 weeks, and it's called Return to the Zone. It's a project that's actually a complete rebuild of the original The Zone project, created back in 2010, created by Dave Lee, and it was built with the Lightworks engine 2.3. And we're currently at the, almost at the release of the Lightworks 4.4 engine. And I just want to show you a couple of tricks that I've been using to increase performance. Well, actually, it's just one trick, but it's a very important one. So as you can see, I'm here inside the zone, inside the editor in my perspective viewport. And I will show you some in-game footage later on after I've stopped talking. I've done my bit, but I do want to show you something, and that is something called the view distance. So I'm just going to fly all the way over here to this cool looking station, which is called Bober Station. And what I want to talk to you about is something called the view distance. So as you can see here in the scene panel, we have all these lovely filters where all these props are placed in. And as you'll notice here, I have this station filter, and then I have a props inside and a props outside filter. The reason that I have these filters is because for every entity in your scene, you can set its view distance. So let's, for instance, if I select this wooden desk, and if I go to the Appearance tab, then we have this view range option here. That's something that you can also set via code, but it's also very easily to do this inside the editor. And as you will notice, this object is somewhere inside the building, hence it's placed in props inside, and it has this view range set to medium. Now if I select this guy here, these train trucks, then you can see I've set its view range to max, or far would also have been really good. Now this is really important because when I'm walking outside, for instance, I'm standing here next to this building, and I'm just looking at this station, then I cannot see the furniture inside the building. So why bother even sending them all the way to the engine, let the engine loop over them, try and do some occlusion culling if necessary. But why bother with that if they're just inside the building? I mean, these these trucks here, these wheels here, well, they're visible from very far away, so you can set that view range to max or far even. But for all these props inside, let's just have a quick look on how many props those are. Well, that's a lot actually. You know what? Let me just lift Bober Station up in the air so you can get a better look. There we go. Well, that's a lot of props. As you can see, when I start moving closer, these things start to pop into view. It would be even better if it's a very confined building with not that many open windows and doors like the Bober Station, which requires you to still have all these models set to medium. But if you would have a very small room inside this building, for instance, let's see if we have another building that's more ideal. Yeah, let's take this warehouse here. If I would go up these stairs, and I would go all the way to the top, then I would see all these desks here. And for these desks, I definitely do not want the view range to be max, but actually set to near, because only when I'm at the top level of this building, these entities should be popping into view. Now that may seem like a very tedious operation to do, but this will be very, very important to get your performance up to a, acceptable level. And with acceptable, I say a minimum of 60 frames per second. So just some tips if you have these really landmark kind of buildings like these power lines here in the distance, or these, or even further away, these distant buildings, which are just simple CSG brushes with a texture applied to them, then you want to set that to max. And for these larger buildings, I want to set that to max or far. And for props, try to set that view range as close as you can. Okay, that's pretty much it for me talking about the zone project. Now let's just move on to some stills that I've created. I hope you enjoyed, and I see you around for the next video.